I promise not to leave the throne. Won't take advantage of your love. I'm someone you can trust. You'll never weak.
Good evening.
And is it me you love?
This is your host and Lioness Queen Sister V on IntellectualRadio.com. Thank you for joining me this evening. I am so excited to be here. We are I'm sitting here today with my friend, my longtime friend, JP.
That's right.
Some know him as Jeremy. He's back for a second time because we have some things we want to discuss. And we're just going to be our authentic selves on today. And we're just going to address some different topics and give our point of view on it and see what the chat do.
That's right.
Thank you for joining me today, Jeremy.
Hey, anytime. You know I told you anytime.
For the second time.
Anytime.
I appreciate you being
here. I can't
here.
tell you no. You know that.
You can't tell me no.
No. Go too far back. Anything I can do to help, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I see. I like that type of, that's what I'm talking about. That's the only type of energy I'm allowed in my circle. And of course, I will reciprocate it. So that's just what it's about. But yeah, I was thinking because, I like the statuses that you share. I mean, I could just see that you have overcome so much, right? And then you share it with the people. You free to just tell your testimony, and you so free to give that information out. And some people are ashamed of where they come from.
Mm-hmm.
So I know on the previous show you shared about being in the street, and you shared about some things you overcame. And the reason why I titled this "Release in the Street" because I started to think about what that transition must be like to go from making fast money, being able to do what you want to do, and then having to put yourself, like, step back from that and be willing to take some losses so that you can get your life together. So I want to know, were you devastated out of the street, or did you just make a conscious decision like, okay, this is enough, I'm leaving the street?
Well, when you with kids involved, when you by yourself, it's easier to embrace, the streets or whatever and the negativity. But when you got a father that's in your life, that's been in your life from day one, I think that make a big difference. That's number one. But when you become a father, and then when your kids grow up, because when they're young, all they think about is it's all about material things to them.
Yeah.
But they're not telling you, they don't realize when they're young how important time is. You understand? So when they get older, I can't speak for nobody else. I can speak for myself. When I got older, and the painful reality that all those material things I bought didn't matter. It was the little things that the time that I spent with them that I forgot about.
Yeah.
That was most important.
I hear you.
So ultimately, it's the time that's most important. When you realize that, when you face with that reality, you kind of, anybody that got a heart gonna embrace that and gonna say, okay, well, let me make some adjustments and let me seek another route. Let me become more available.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
Because the street have you tied down.
How you tied down. You think you're doing something, you just dropping the money off and you going about your business. You paying for the field trips, you paying for the, the this and that, the shoes, the clothes, and you think you justify your existence. Only to find out later on that they can't wear them clothes no more, and they ain't going on field trips no more. They need something more, some of substance to hold on to, and that's the time.
I love that.
You got to put the time in, and I'm hurting from that right now.
Wow. I'm so very proud of you. When I hear you, I'm like, this life, because some people live life and don't grow.
Yeah.
But to see you transform and then speak from so much clarity, like you know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't just saying something to be saying it. You know what you're talking about, right?
No, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Anybody They've been in the situation. They gotta agree with me,
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to all the fathers that that weren't financially stable, but they was there.
Yes.
They winning. They gonna win, and they're gonna be more appreciated later on
Mm-hmm.
than those guys that were just dropping the money off like I was.
Just
You know,
dropping the money.
and going about their business or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I was listening to, well, I'm finna get into this because I have to, right? It was so
go
funny.
ahead. We are.
The status that you share, right, about the advice you gave to the married man, right?
Okay. All right.
And I was just like, okay, is that really your original thought? That you think that a girl's trip, that a husband should be allowed to go on a girl's trip?
no, no,
Okay.
no, I don't think that. But it was his pain. I really don't know why I said that. But at that moment, I got to speak on that moment because I posted it.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I say, well, she the only one married. She
Mm-hmm.
was the only one married on this girl's trip.
Okay.
So she the only one that had a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And she going on a girl trip with a bunch of single women.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt like, no, you don't want to be a man with a bunch of women on a girl's trip. I- In that post, I told somebody, I say, well, maybe she should have gave you a fake invite. Man, I told him, I say, she should have gave you a fake invite just to make just to I don't know, like be inclusive with you. But you ain't but the man ultimately should say, no, babe, you go ahead and enjoy yourself. But just let
Oop.
she's showing her loyalty by saying, hey, you can come if you want to. Well, of course, the man's supposed to be like, nah, baby, you go on. Yeah, I know I would, but the way he called me and the way he expressed, I called him at the time when they was arguing, and
Oh.
I called him at that time when she in the background hollering and cussing him out, whatever. And I was like, man, a girl's trip. The first thing came to my mind at that time, I ain't give it too much thought. The first thing came to my mind was, a girl's trip's for girls, but when you marry, it's a woman's trip now, so I felt like, she said, you should just come to your husband and say, I'm going on a girl's trip, with these girls, without, you know, giving him some some kind of decision to make in the situation. You just don't. I don't feel like a woman should just come tell her man what she's doing. She say, baby, it's okay. You okay with this or whatever?
So you think
And
that
hold on now. Let me say
okay,
this.
okay,
Everything
okay.
is cool on the home front. She taking care of business on the home front.
Mm-hmm.
Things of that nature. Everything all right at home.
Okay.
But if me personally, if me and my wife never been out the States, you gonna go out the States for the first time. You gonna move Wisconsin Dale me and uh what other place you go, Virginia?
Well, did you
Virginia Beach.
offer to take her out the states?
That's my opinion. I was saying I feel like me and my wife should go out the States first. She there with me. She know the situation that we're going through, the finances and all that.
Yeah.
So I just felt like, but she should just make you feel inclusive. But the man as a man, he should ultimately say, okay, well, babe, now you go ahead and enjoy yourself. I'm gonna fall back.
But I feel like,
I told him that, and man, all hell broke loose when I said.
see why you say that? You just added fuel to the
That's
fire.
just the first thing that came to my mind.
Now I know it would be awkward to leave on those terms if we've been fighting.
Mhm.
I think that I would want some type of resolve before I left, just so I'll have peace. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I don't think um I don't think that I think once she let him know she's going on a girls trip, like I want to go on this girls trip, it's this day, it's this and that.
Mhm.
And he's responsible for his own emotions. So if you feel some type of way, it's not up to me to answer an unspoken expectation. When you can just say, I'm a little bothered, you know what I mean? Instead of picking a fight with me, because it's the same way. And I don't like to go back and forth either, but it's the same way if, I mean, who was there in the chat?
Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
It's the
Say how you
same
feel now.
way.
Don't hold back now.
I ain't gonna hold back because what happens if it's a guy's thing, and then it would be suspicious for her to even want to be around you and all your friends.
I don't want to talk about me. I'm gonna say them. But my guy, my
Okay.
friend, obviously, there's some things missing. It was some things missing
Yeah.
in their relationship to where some trust issues, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or some security issues. You know what I'm saying? I'm not insecure at all, but since he was coming from a place of
Oh,
he felt defeated. He was feeling defeated at the time. I just roll out with my guy. I'm like, hey man, well yeah, she should have, at least invited you, man. But I wouldn't go. But to
uh,
make you feel, give you some solace. Some
Lakeisha say you have a point.
yeah,
She say
you know
you
what I'm
have a
saying?
point, but I'm like, but
Now a married woman gonna see things different. A single woman gonna say, nah. It's a girl's trip.
Shemaya, it's multi-topic today, but right now I'm addressing the status that he made that the husband wanted to know, was it okay? Um he was bothered that he wasn't invited to go on a girls trip with her, that she didn't give him the space to ask to go, and it's an all girls trip, all women's trip. I just think that if there's some insecurities about that she don't know, you obviously don't. She told you, so she not hiding anything. You know what I mean? So, if Lakeisha, Miss Davis, if you want to call in to the 708 number I just put in the chat, you are free to do so. Shemaya say inviting a man on a girls trip is crazy. Cause you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about, what about my friends? Now they can't be free because
And I
they
ain't
got to worry
saying
about how they gonna dress around him, and they can't be they self because he around. I just think that it's doing the trip a disservice for you to be there being a monitor and a
you gotta
micromanager.
think, you gotta put yourself in a wife and a husband in a union
Mm-hmm.
situation. You know what I'm saying? And you got a husband and a wife that been married 5+ years, or where they already got their stability and got their footing in their marriage. Their stability. It's different. But when when you newlyweds, man, 2 years in, 3 years in, you know, you gotta you just can't say, hey, babe, I'm going on a girls trip, and we ain't never been nowhere. I think that's kind of
So it's the
I think
way
that's
it's
kind of ratchet.
presented.
I think that's kind of ratchet,
You
man.
think that's kind of
You know what
ratchet?
I'm
What
saying?
Jeremy?
I'm sticking with that. I think that's ratchet, man. We ain't never been out the states together. We Great America, Wisconsin, Dells, whatever. And hey, you going on a girls trip? You need a passport. My wife, man. Come on, man.
Now, I really want to hear from Lakeisha because she's been married for a nice time, so nice amount of time. So I really, really, really hope that she's able to call in and give her point of view on that. Because from my point of view, I just feel like if she presented it right, if she didn't come to him in a way like, "Yeah, I'm going on this trip," like threatening, and the threat, it depends on the way she delivered it. Because was you like, "It's
There
payback
you go.
time.
There you
You done
go.
made me mad.
The
I'm finna go
delivery,
on a girls trip."
obviously,
Is you think
the
that's what?
delivery couldn't have been too good. Cause like I said, when I call mom, like I'm just calling just to say, man, what's up? That what you on? And they arguing, she arguing hard in the back. I'm like, man, what's up? He say, man, she talking about she going out of state. Da home, and I don't want to talk too much because people that know me might know.
Okay, what do I press again? That's the first of all. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Intellectual Radio. This is the Fireside Chat. May I ask who's calling? Hello.
This is Lakeisha Davis,
Oh, hi, Lakeisha. Where are you calling from?
San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, okay, girl. San Antonio. Okay, so
Yes,
as how long you been married, Lakeisha?
I've been married over 20 years. I think it's been 23 years, to be precise.
Oh, okay then. Well, I want to know your perspective on this. Is it inappropriate for a man to feel, a husband, that he should be invited on an all girls trip and his wife is the only one married?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think
She
so.
don't think what?
You don't think what you want to know?
I don't think that the guys should want to go on the girls trip,
I
but
said that.
I get what the gentleman is saying regarding just having the wife, maybe ask, or I don't know. To
Yeah.
me, if I present something like that to my husband, I would probably, let him know, hey, I want to go on a girls trip. What do you think about that? We're going here and we're doing this, blah, blah, blah. You know?
Yeah. So I was saying that it's the delivery, it's depending on the way she communicated it. Because if it came off threatening, like I'm up to something, I can understand him being concerned and feeling away. But overall, if she came like you just said, you described, I think that's a very good approach. And it doesn't raise any red flags or suspicions. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I
It's
Yeah, because I
definitely.
totally.
want to calm any fears he have.
There
We
you go,
all
baby.
have some things in our marriage, right?
There you
Mhm.
go.
We all have. We don't give 100% trust. I know. I did state that we need to trust each other, but there's only a certain percentage of trust that we have. We're human.
Right.
So I think we need to calm fears because that is something. I hear what he's saying. We haven't even been out of state yet, and here it is. You're going on a girls' trip. And my thing is, I heard you say something about she's the only married person.
Right. Right.
That I don't like.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now that's why I sided with him. That's why I said what I said. Because we all know while the single girl's gonna be out, you ain't finna be in the room at night twirling your thumbs, staring at the ceiling. You know what I'm saying?
See?
No, you're
We know
not
that.
going to be doing what they're doing because that's what we do as human. That's human
Now,
nature.
now I'm saying while the girls out partying, while the single women out partying, she not finna be she not going to her room at 11 o'clock at night and stand at the ceiling and twirl her thumbs while everybody else out. She gonna be out with them. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. We know this. So that's why I say, you know, I just think that's kind of ratchet, man. By them only being married is such a short time. You've been married 20 years, so you speaking from a seasoned
Season place.
woman.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
then I'm thinking too, don't that ring trust issues though? Like you don't trust me to be with my girls. You think I'm a be act like a single woman because I'm out of the state? Because if it is, it's some type of behavior giving him them cues already.
gotta be,
It's gotta
gotta
be.
be, gotta be,
You know what
it
I
gotta be,
mean?
it gotta be.
The same way with women, they can tell when they man got a wandering eye, and he just, you know what I'm saying. When he go with his boys, they thinking, yeah, it's pretty, really, it's a strong possibility that he could be trying to put his hand in the cookie jar.
If your husband went on an all guys trip with a bunch of single men, how would you feel about that?
He innocent until he proven guilty.
All the women that's all the women that's comment.
What you
What y'all
think
gotta
about
say
that,
about that?
Lakeisha?
Cause
And for me, my husband is not going to go on an all man trip because you have to know your spouse too.
Okay.
gotta know your spot.
I would go on an all girls trip, but he wouldn't because that's not his character. Now, if he asked me something like that, and I know that's not part of his character, then we got problems
Oh,
because that's not something he would do.
okay.
Right.
See what I'm saying? When you know your
He's a
spouse.
homebody. He is very. We both are family oriented, where we do a lot of things with our family. So for him, he's not a. He don't play sports. He don't do anything outside of that. So if he deviates from that, then we got a problem.
Right. You
And
know
that's
your
when
man. You know your
when
husband.
you when
She
you
know
see
her husband.
unnatural behavior.
She know her husband. She know her husband.
Well, that is so awesome. Thank you, Lakeisha, for sharing with us right here on Intellectual
You're
Radio.
welcome.
Your opinion, it did change the game in the conversation and brought about some new, fresh perspectives. Thank you, Lakeisha.
Okay.
Okay.
You're welcome.
A
Thank
man,
you.
a man can't go to the club without a female having a.
Shemai on fire. She
Yeah. A man can't go to the
that's
club
a him thing.
20
Go
minutes
ahead.
away without y'all. If he don't come home at a certain time or whatever, y'all got a problem with that. Most women, you know. So you got to look at it both ways, man.
Yeah. Hi, Letitia for Wally. Thank you for Mrs. Townsend. Thank you for joining the chat. We were discussing if a a wife wanted to go on a girls' trip, and she have notified her husband that she's going, and he feels a way that she did not invite him. And so
They never been out.
they had never been out of the
They never
states.
been
Where
out of
the
the
where
states,
the
bro.
girls' trip is, they never been out of the state. They only been local. But she wants to go out the states with her girls, and so that raised some suspicious um, with him. Feeling like he wants to be included in the decision. Right? Is that what it is? He wanted to be included in the decision.
Well, he had a problem with it.
He had a problem with it.
And I'm the one that said, man, well, maybe she should have, gave you a fake invite or something, man, to make you feel like the last young lady said, what she say? What's the term she used to bring him to a calm or something? She said something like that. Bring the situation to a calm.
Yeah, bring it to a calm, because that's gonna make. I think as a wife, I would feel like you don't trust me.
Yeah.
You don't trust me. But then on the flip side, like I said earlier, are you demonstrating some type of behavior that raises his suspicion as to why you want to go out of the states at the same time? But it still boiled down to trust on both ends, even if he was spontaneously decided, oh, I want to go with my guys.
But you gotta look. We gotta birds of a feather flock together, man. Ain't no married woman need to be ripping and running with no single women.
I agree. She shouldn't have them as company all the time. But if it's like
married woman be keeping up company and ripping and running with single women, man.
wow,
That's like
never. She can't never be with her single friends.
That's almost like oil and water. I ain't saying she can't never, but she should be with a group more compatible. She's not compatible with them.
Right. Oh, that's my phone doing that. Press that red button, Jeremy. Oh my God. This is really good.
She's not compatible. She's not compatible at all with them. So that's why she deserves a cock eye. He should be looking at her with a cock eye. Wow. I'm gonna stand on that.
I left the number in the chat in case somebody want to call in and give their perspective.
But if a single man hang with a bunch of married men, or a single woman hang with a bunch of married women, that says something. I mean, you really can't trust either, but it says something about you that you at least you gaining, you learning things from a single woman would learn things. It's almost like preparation to be married. You know what I'm saying? Any man would encourage those type of unions.
Mm-hmm.
But a married woman with a bunch of single women, you know what I'm saying? It just don't look right.
But
man. It ain't right.
Jeremy, okay, so you mean to tell me, because you grew up with some guys, right? Them your boys.
Right.
When you get married, you gonna divorce them all together? Y'all can't watch no Bears game together.
We talking about going out. We talking about going out the states now.
Oh, going out the state.
We you
finna be gone for a month, or you gonna be gone for a weekend?
We know what the single men doing.
Oh.
We know what the single men doing.
So is it that you know what you will be doing? So now you think that's what's on her mind too?
This flesh, this thing we call flesh. Hey man, this flesh is stronger than all of us.
Yeah, it is. It's strong. It's strong.
It
do what we let it do.
It's stronger than all of us.
It do what we let it do.
Because we're gonna keep it 100 now.
It's a way around that. 708-223-8953. Who got some on this topic, honey? Is it okay for a married woman to go out the states with her single friends and not invite her husband? Ooh-wee. I don't know. So Wanda,
everybody, look how many divorced couples thought they knew they mate. Come on, man.
Yeah, we can't have a lot of single. Because okay, I get that. I'm just saying, do I have to divorce my friends that I've been had for a lifetime? Is it like we can't never go shopping together, or is it just I don't want you going that far out of the state with your single friends?
If I get married, my single guys, I'm never gonna stop like dealing with them, communicating with them, but it's gonna be some boundaries.
Right.
It's gonna be different boundaries set now because I've committed to this woman.
Yeah.
Because that's the decision I made when I got married. To commit to this woman and our family and things of that nature. So you know what I'm saying? I can't walk. It's almost like a sinner being saved. It's almost like that, you know what I'm saying? once you accept Christ, you just can't do the things you used to do no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once you become married, you just can't rip and run like you're single no more.
Right. I agree with that.
Because you committed to this woman.
Yeah.
And you gotta, it's all
Gotta go
about peace
home.
at home.
Yes.
You gotta go
Yes.
home. So
Now I'm gonna say
that's why you gotta walk different, man. You gotta carry yourself different once you make that commitment.
yes, you do.
I feel like those that don't, they never understood the commitment that they took, man.
Lakeisha say singles think different from married. I agree with that. I agree with
You know what
that.
I'm
But
saying?
even being married before, I feel like if it caused that much ruckus, I'm gonna choose peace. I'm going to choose peace, even though I still in my mind would be thinking you don't trust me. I would still choose peace in my house because what I can't do is have me and my husband feuding them out the states and then just open the door to the enemy on my end and his. And my
Mhm.
single friends gonna say he tripping. You know what I mean? So I
Well, you know
understand
what they gonna
all
say.
that. Yeah, I understand all that, but maybe that disagreement, argument, whatever will strike us to talk about things that we can agree and disagree on and what we feel comfortable with the other one doing and not doing. Because, you know, yeah.
You gotta
So
come home. You gotta come home. It's all when all the fun, the game's over with. You gotta come
mhm,
home, man. And you always want peace in your at home.
I sure do.
So that's what's most important than a good time, you know.
I like one to be say, I agree. You have to know your spouse and present it in a way that will make him feel comfortable with you going. And if he knows you and how you carry yourself, he should feel secure that your single friends are no influence in making you do anything that is disrespectful to my marriage.
Right.
That's
She
our
right.
very own over there.
She on point.
Our very own Wanda B opinion. Okay, she said, you also attract who you are, and that's true. If you already that type that'll go,
Mm-hmm.
because men will pay attention to how they got you and how you know what I mean? They know when they see
She said you attract who you are.
weaknesses.
She said you attract who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
mm.
so you attracted to, okay, well, I can't be like that when it comes to the single women. You know, they're going to have a good time. Ain't you attracted to who you are? You know what I'm saying?
You
So,
tried it, JP.
I mean, you know, come on, man.
I'm tripping right
A lot, a
now.
lot, a lot of couples, man. You know, they fall short, man. They fall by the wayside, marriages
Yeah.
and stuff like that, man, because of decision. You know,
Yeah.
everybody want to have a good time. They ain't counting the cost. You got to count the cost.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to count the cost.
I'll be like, okay, next time we're gonna do a couples thing. I'm gonna tell them to bring their guys, bring some. We're gonna all go together then if that makes you feel better.
Man, we can have the same fun.
Yeah.
We can have the same
Or
fun.
you can just because now that you made me stay here, now my trip that you plan for us gonna have to be greater than this one. What you let me miss out on, you got to add extra days that I could have went on with my girlfriend. So if my trip was 4 days, will you do one? It's got to be 4 days attached to that trip since you're doing it.
She went. Hey, at the end of the day, the very person I'm talking about, she went. And
She
man,
went?
I think that I think
Ooh, I wouldn't have.
man, he drunk himself to death. The few days he was drinking.
Oh my
Man, he had
God.
a fit.
He drunk himself.
Oh man.
He probably be doing stuff. That's why he's scared she gonna do it. Because most of y'all ladies in the chat know it's the truth. Sometimes the man trying to blame you or what he guilty of doing. And he know he ain't doing right. Huh? Exactly. You don't judge me according to your own deficiencies because you can't keep your Peter skeet in your pants. Don't mean that I'm gonna be raising up my dress. We can FaceTime. We can talk till we fall asleep on FaceTime. Whatever makes you comfortable. But my goodness.
Hmm.
Yeah, he cutting up out there. That's why he almost drunk himself half to death.
Hey,
And
like
she probably knew
I
it.
need another man in here with me, man.
Okay, no, okay, we gonna switch.
I feel like I'm getting down.
Oh, sorry, JP.
Because I know most guys gonna agree with me, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you to a certain extent. I do. But moving on to the next topic, I want to know real quick. What did you think of the Cam Newton and Dr. Cheyenne interview? Tell me, like, what's your thoughts on that?
He was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was all over the place, man. He then you know you got money. And when you got money, when you rich,
Mm-hmm.
your perspective a little different.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I can say, him being rich, when he was faced with a woman that was equally compatible to him, that got money too, a woman that don't need your that's not impressed by your money nor need your money. She's independent, and she fine too. It's a different ball game. Can you get this woman to, could you get her the same way you got the ones that was in the hood, that looked good in the hood but was less fortunate?
Oh.
Could you get this woman that's independent to fall for you? And she not gonna, nine time out of 10, you know, she got a leg to stand on, and she ain't finna take less, none less.
Oh,
She ain't gonna
okay.
sell herself short.
Right.
Nigga alone.
So I don't know if you saw the part when he asked her why was she single at 41 years old? And did you see her answer when he asked her that? She jumped from, you shouldn't be asking me that, you should be asking me this. Do you think, because I kind of felt like her being a professional, she knew how to intellectually deflect from the conversation. She did it in a way where you wouldn't have caught it, but I seen some videos where some men caught it. When she said, he asked her why, and she called off 2 weddings. Now, she called off 2 weddings, and she said that they was, starting to, make her feel away where she got
What
to
was her answer?
investigate. Oh, she jumped over there and was like, "You shouldn't be asking me that. You should be asking me why is there so many people get divorced and da 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 da. They not and they get married basically prematurely without having themselves together." But that don't answer his question. He asked you, "How come you single at 41 years old?" Because what I was looking at in the interview as well, because I'm fair, so you ain't got to never worry about me emasculating, doing none of that. I felt like she was not practicing what she preached in her own life. And when she was met with a challenge, she runs. That's what it looked like to me. But I could be wrong. I'm just saying, beautiful, intelligent, educated, success, all that is wonderful.
Right.
However, I don't know a real man that's gonna bow to you just because you that. You know what I mean? Like, even if he wasn't a Cam Newton, a low functioning dude, a man that's a real man,
That's
you
right.
not finna overdo, you not, and they don't care about you being. And I think that sometimes we as women don't understand that when we're in, or don't see when we're in our masculine, that somebody got to get down. You masculine, I'm masculine, somebody got to get low.
She only gonna a woman gonna get low for she gonna women got that. I'm a strong black woman. That they got this strong black woman thing. And maybe she been taken advantage of. Maybe she have let go once in her past before. And women are emotional.
Yeah.
You understand? But a woman's nature, like I told you last time, her nature
Hey,
is to love and be loved.
yes.
But it's just hard. It's harder for a woman, especially us men. It's like 10 to 1 hour right now. In the 80s, back in the 80s, we wouldn't have this conversation to be different. They conversation would have been different.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, when it was, pretty much equal playing field, but now it's not. Yeah. And some women once they go through heartbreaking pain, they it's hard. It's hard to for them to let go or to believe somebody. A guy got to jump through some hoops to a woman that's guarded like her, that already got her stuff together, whatever. She got a hard guarded, man. She got a barbed wires around that thing.
You could tell.
She got barbed wires around her heart. It's hard to pull them off to get to it. You get cut trying to get to it.
Get cut. You all scraped up and everything else.
So yeah, I think she's just dealing with some past pain. That man's got to be a little more patient. If he into her, he would do that.
Yeah.
If he really want her, if he really like into her and see something there, he'll be patient with her and to give her the security she needs to fall in love, and give herself to him or whatever.
I would like to know, because we're living in a different day. Is it that men can't find what they need, or finding what they need gonna cost them their liberty with being able to do what they want to do? So is it, I'm out here because I haven't found someone that's suitable for me, or I know someone that's suitable for me, but I'm not willing to give this up for her. Is it an automatic thing? It's just up to you to say this person is worth me giving up this life.
It ain't nothing about looks.
Okay.
It ain't nothing about her butt, her assets,
Mm-hmm.
her shape, her figure. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with it. If a woman, if a man can't fall for your personality and your character,
Mm-hmm.
you understand?
Mm-hmm.
When a person can't go a day without talking to you, he calling you, telling you about his day-to-day activities, and getting your input and respecting your input,
Mm-hmm.
and the way you come with your opinions and things of that nature, man. That's what you build off of, man. People, most black folks, man. Us blacks, it's always something physical that brought us together.
Mm.
It's his car, it's how he look, or what he got, uh, things of that nature. It's always something physical, man. But you go to Bob and Karen, you ask Karen, like, hey Karen, what attracted you to Bob? Oh, he's a very nice guy. He's so generous. He's so caring. And you were like, oh, what? The white girl gonna tell you something that we'll never. She'll tell you something that what attracted her to a man be totally different from what attract a black woman to a black man. You know, she might say, "Oh, he's so considerate."
But do you think it's like that because we we're not exposed to a lot of healthy relationships sometime in our environment? Do you think there was just kind of like a cycle where we see somebody and say, "Oh, he fine. I want to get with him. He look good. I want to get with him." Or he see her, "Ooh, she thick. I think I want to hit that."
That's what's
Do you
always,
think
man. It's
that
just
that's the
crazy,
language of our culture? Like, nope, it's a physical attraction.
man. Yeah, because that's what the internet feed, and
Mhm.
that's what all the famous people, they go off of that, and everybody want to be all the prominent black folks that you think successful or whatever. That's what they, that's what they promote.
Yeah.
So it's only natural for people to gravitate to that, you know, the followers.
Yeah.
But once you get a certain age, man, once you go through a few some painful situations and a few heartbreaks, you start looking for something different. You
Mhm.
know, you start going for something different. You start taking your time,
Yes.
and people just leave God out of everything. You know, ain't nobody praying. Hey God, you meet a guy. Ain't nobody. How many young women out there meeting a nice handsome guy and going at home and praying about, hey God, this the man for me. If he's not, remove him. Ain't nobody involving him in it.
Oh no, that's why I don't have
You
nobody
know,
today. Because God would tear it up before I can even
yeah,
ask. I'd be like,
ain't
man,
nobody
God,
involving
really?
him
You
in it.
just eat pow. That ain't it.
It ain't, you almost seem lame when you come to somebody and tell them something like that. You know, I want to hear that.
So I know the last time we spoke, or last
Mhm.
time we did an interview, you was talking about a young lady that was special to you that was unchurched,
Yeah,
but you was into her, and
yeah,
you was feeling her.
yeah.
Y'all still rocking together?
It's on the brinks.
Uh-oh.
It's on the brinks because man, um, after a while, when you have all the sex, you can do all that stuff, man. But when you go through real life situations, because life gonna life.
Mm-hmm.
When life start lifing, you need somebody there that's emotionally supportive. That you on the same, because if I believe in God, I'm standing on His faith. If I'm standing on His promises, and she don't know nothing about that. Y'all go through a hard time. She ain't trying to hear when you come to her and say, "Listen, baby, God's gonna see us through this thing." She ain't trying to hear that. She's saying, "No, she don't want to hear that. She want to know where the money at. What you finna do?" You can't talk to her
Go
like
make
that.
some shake.
Yeah, you said that last. This what you been saying that or whatever, So
Mhm.
y'all got to be on one accord. And we just not on one accord. And I'm praying because she a real nice person. She support me financially when she can, and but I can go deeper, but I don't want to.
Right. So let me ask you something, because some men is like, I ain't letting no woman do nothing for me because she gonna try to control me. Do you think that women feel a way when they have to financially support a man? Do you think that that changes things?
Well, to an immature man, it would. But a mature guy's shit. Why he not thinking that this woman got my best interest in her heart? She want me to be the best version of myself, so she making these sacrifices,
Yes.
for me, so I could be the best version of myself.
Yes.
It ain't got to be a control thing, because I mean, if she put you in this place, in this situation where you don't need her, why? How can she control you then? So how can he entertain that thought? You know what I'm saying? So
Lakeisha say must be
it
equally
go both
yoked.
ways.
She say must be equally yoked, have some empathy and compassion.
Got to be.
But we living in